Hi, happy Friday everybody, and welcome to Free for All Friday. Now today I'm going with a scrapbooking theme, and I'm actually following a challenge, and the challenge is to use one piece of pattern paper. So I've got this piece here, I've cut it down slightly, as much cardstock as you like, a circle. So I have cut this out on my silhouette. One photo, there we go, one piece of twine, there's my twine ready here to match my colours, and one word for the title, and then I can add as many other embellishments as I want. So here we go. I'm scrapbooking a photo of Izzy, my mum's little dog, on Christmas Day, as she was trying to get into a new present. She's got a real thing for toys, as you can see in the background. She's also got one of her other toys. So here goes. The first thing I'm going to do is, I think I'll add some splatters in the background, and I'm still using my December Hip Kit Club. There was so much in there that I'm still working my way through it, and I'm using some of the Inklings and a Creamies. The one is called Holly and the Ivy, and the other is called Rednecking. I'm just going to add some water to them, and I'm just going to sort of do a bit of artful splattering. I'm just mixing it up now. And once again, I'm using marshmallow, basil marshmallow. I'm going to move my photo. The number of times I've done that, and I've ended up splattering the paint or the ink on my photo, because this cardstock takes mixed media really well. I did have a little pot of water, but I've obviously lost that. There we go. And because I'm using limited pattern paper, it just gives a little bit of an extra element to the background. I'm using up some of what I'm planning on doing, I think, is stringing the ornaments up across the top. So what I've done, I've used my crocodile just to cut little circles in them, and I'm going to wrap the twine then through them. First thing I'm going to do is soak up some of this, just with, there we go, right, just to give it a bit of a background. And what I'm thinking is I'm going to use this, don't seem to be getting much effect from my ink there, see which is the best way to move it. I think I'll just add some more red on it. I'm going to put that so it's more to the left hand side. This then I'm bringing in here, and I want to tuck my photo in it slightly, and I'm going to back that on a bit of red cardstock. I'd be amazed if this roll makes it to the end of the video. This is definitely on his last legs. There we go. It's quite nice to do a bit of Christmas scrapbooking in February. You can see how behind I am with it. There we are. So I'm going to just add some red splatters up in this corner. I'm just adding it with the end of my brush. There we go. And then I'm going to put the it's like a peppermint, really, peppermint gingham paper. Then I'm going to stick that down. The back is nice as well. So what I did was I trimmed it down slightly so I can use some of these little journaling strips. The Hip Kit Club, I must say, is always packed full of lovely embellishments and papers, and lots of them are exclusive to them as well. And the other thing they do, which I think is fab, is that they have subscribers cut files available, which is perfect. There we go. So yeah, I'm going to stick that on this side. Should I put, no, I'm going to put it this side, because I'm going to have, as I say, some of the embellishments then going across. And I think I'll put her like that. So what I need to do now is, using a fine tip glue, I'm just going to add it in some of the wider pieces of the circle. There we go. Stick that down. I'm sticking it down carefully so I don't go and wipe my fingers through all the ink, which is another thing I tend to do. And then I'm going to put her in there. And I'm also then I've got some of these lovely little embellishments. And I think I'll put, I was thinking of having the sleigh and the tree and some presents then across the bottom. Right, let's have a look. I was going to put that. This was, on another layout, I used the half of this. So I'm using the other half. Oh, quite warm in my attic tonight. There we go. So I'm going to stick my sleigh down using some foam pads. I'm just checking at the moment that I'm sticking to the rules of the challenge. So I've got my one piece of paper, got my circle, I'm using my one photo. And as it says, I can use whichever other embellishments I like. So that's okay. And then what I might do then, to make it, give it a bit of a triangle, what they say is to place your item so it creates a visual triangle on your page. So I'm thinking now, if I've got something here or something there, I'll have my ornaments then at the top. I think I'll put the title, I might put the title across there actually, and I'm going to go for the word jolly. And I've got it in puffy stickers here. There it is. As you can see, although I've used quite a lot of this kit, I've still got loads and loads left. So it's really good value for money. I love these colours as well. I love these peppermint sort of colours. So there we go. Here's some of the presents I've collected from there. And once again, I'm raising those up. I know the perspective is a bit strange because you've got quite a small tree with quite a big present underneath. There we go. Little cluster of presents going across here. Oh. A little dish of ephemera here. I'm just going to pick up, there's quite a big blob of ink there. I'm just going to try and pick up, mop up the excess there. There we go. Right, I think I'll stick to that many. Also got this little holly leaf to go up in the corner of my photo. There she is. I'm just going to stick Izzy down now. As I say, Izzy loves toys. And the one year, my mum and I had gone out, I think, to see a concert, and Lee was babysitting, and underneath the tree was her present in my house, And she cried and she cried and she cried because she could smell it, until he gave in to her and unwrapped her present. So she is quite spoilt. These ornaments are lovely. Oh, am I using the right ones? There we go. So at least then this is a perfect way to use my twine then, because it's doing a handy job by holding all the embellishments in place at the top of the page. Oh, that's easier said than done. Let's shuffle those along a bit. There we go. I'll keep them then in place again with foam pads. And just turn them over. I should have done this ready, just to make it a little bit easier. I like to try to prepare as much as possible, so you haven't got to hear me twaffling away. There we go. I've tried the voiceovers, but I'm struggling with my camera to mute the microphone. So then it still picks up sound, even if I don't speak. It's picking up the sound of my squeaky paper trimmer and things like that. I need to do a little bit of research into this. Right, I'm going to turn these over ready and sort of position them in place. Otherwise, I'm going to get them all tangled and stuck together. There we are. Just move them along then, so they sort of hit the end of the page. Oops, I know I'd end up getting one tangled anyway. And there's the last one, and what I'll do then, I'll cut off the twine at the end. Right, so let's see what I'm up to now. I'm going to put, as I said, put my title across the top. So you can see I haven't touched these yet, so it's quite nice to have a challenge to use them up. I think I've said this before, I don't take that many photos on Christmas Day or anything, because I tend to get a bit carried away with everything, and each year I think, right, I must take more photos, and each year I forget. So I usually have a photo of Izzy playing with toys, and that's about it. There we go. There's Jolly. That the hell looks a bit wonky there. And then I said I was going to try and use this on there. I don't think that's going to go so well. I'm going to cut this little journaling piece off. In fact, there's two I think I'll try and use on here. I think I'm going to go for Joyful, and then this little peppermint journaling piece. I'll put those along there then, I think. Trying to think if there's anything else I can add on. if I stick these down first, then I can see what else I got to play with. I'm still getting the remnants of my Tombow out. So stick that one down by there. And then I think I'll raise this one up on some foam pads. I'll do the journaling then off screen, and then I'll show a photo at the end then of the finished piece with the journaling ready on there. Like that. So now I'm going to just chop that there and there. I'm going to see if there's anything then I can use to hold it in place, like these little birds. I might put these little birds on there as if they're holding the little end bits of twine in place for me. There's one. There's another one there. Right, so there's the page so far. So let's see what else I can add on. Because there's lots of lovely chipboard. I don't think I need any of that. Sometimes it's hard to make the decision what to add on and what to leave off. I think I'll add some little stars on, just around the wreath sort of shape. So the wreath shape isn't a design, a hip kit design. It's just a general one I found on the Silhouette store. There it is. And I think then, sometimes it's hard to know when to stop. So I'm going to make sure I don't go too mad. So no. So let me check the challenge again. Yes, one photo, one circle, one piece of pattern paper, some twine, and one word for the title. And I'm just going to put that on there, saying Mary. And I think I'm going to keep it like that. So thank you ever so much for joining me on this Free For All Friday. I'll see you now. I'm going to do probably, I might share some, tomorrow is my crop day. We got a full day crop. We're actually going out this evening as well. So I might share some layouts I've done busting some stash, because I could do it as stash busting Saturday, and then I'll see you for stamping Sunday. And then as next week is half term, I'm hoping to try and do a daily video. Let's see how that goes. I'm sure I can sacrifice my housework for a little bit. Thank you so much for joining me. This is Nikki from Nikki and Axe Paper Crafts. I hwyl fawr, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!